Good afternoon, everyone. The Committee on Licenses and Inspections will now come to order. Having established quorum, to my right, Vice Chairman Alan Dahm, to my left, Councilman Greenlee, and to his left, Councilman Heenan. Will the clerk read the title of the first bill, Bill number 181006?
Bill 181006, an ordinance amending Title IV of the Philadelphia Code entitled the Philadelphia Building Construction and Occupancy Code by adopting the 2018 edition of the International Fire Code as published by the International Code Council with previously adopted amendments thereto, all under certain terms and conditions.
Thank you. We have Commissioner Perry, Craig Murphy, and Richard Bailey from the Fire Department. If all of you can come forward, the three of you. If there's anyone else here to testify on this bill, will be next.
I'll just move it over. I'll just move it. Okay.
Good afternoon, Chairperson Maria Canones-Sanchez and members of the Licenses and Inspections Committee. My name is David Perry, and I am the Commissioner of the Department of Licenses and Inspections. Today, I'm here to provide testimony on Bill number 181006, which, if enacted, will amend Title IV of the Philadelphia Code entitled the Philadelphia Building Construction and Occupancy Code by adopting the 2018 edition of the International Fire Code as published by the International Code Council with previously adopted amendments. As the city's enforcement agency, the Department of Licenses and Inspections is dedicated to ensuring the consistent safety of its citizens through the efficient implementation and enforcement of the city's building maintenance and safety codes. Adopting modern codes is critical to ensure that structures within the city are constructed and maintained to the highest standards. Within the last year, legislation has been enacted which allowed the department to adopt several editions of the 2018 international codes, along with previously adopted local amendments. Most notably, the department is currently enforcing the 2018 International Building Code series, including the 2018 International Energy Conservation Code. Prior to this update, the department was enforcing the 2009 edition of these codes. The adoption of these updated codes is essential in providing life safety and building sustainability measures in both new and existing structures. At this time, the department is still enforcing the Philadelphia Fire Code, which is based upon the 2009 International Fire Code. If this bill is enacted, it will enable the department and it will enable the city to adopt and enforce the 2018 International Fire Code, along with existing local amendments. The adoption of the latest version of the International Fire Code provides the City of Philadelphia with the most up-to-date fire prevention standards in the country. This bill has also been amended to incorporate provisions of Bill number 171112 related to fire and smoke damper inspections. I would like to thank everyone who has worked tirelessly to ensure that this endeavor was a success. I want to take the time to specifically acknowledge the tremendous efforts that were made by former Fire Department Deputy Chief Richard Bailey and former Chief Code Engineer Michael Fink. Your expertise and personal dedication were essential in drafting this legislation. Thank you for the opportunity to provide the department's testimony, and I'm happy to answer questions at this time.
Good afternoon, Councilperson Sanchez and other members of City Council. I am Deputy Fire Commissioner Craig Murphy. I am here before you today to testify on behalf of Bill number 181006, which adopts the 2018 International Fire Code. The Fire Code regulates fire safety in buildings and on properties throughout the city. It protects citizens and buildings from death and destruction resulting from the ravages of fire. It enables us to use fire safely and to enjoy its benefit while protecting us from its destructive nature. The 2018 International Fire Code addresses fire safety issues facing cities large and small. It is updated every 3 years to keep abreast of fire safety issues related to changes in building construction, equipment and systems, and hazardous materials. It is important for cities, especially large, older cities like Philadelphia, to adopt the most up-to-date fire code to keep pace with those changes in fire safety issues. Because of Philadelphia's size, amendments have been added to the past fire codes to address the unique fire hazards that face our city. The fire department and the Department of Licensing and Inspections have reviewed the new fire code, added amendments to address those unique fire hazards to keep our city safe. The new fire code will provide the city with the tools to keep our city safe from fire. I urge City Council to support the adoption of the 2018 International Fire Code and the proposed amendments to it. Thank you, and I will be happy to respond to any questions.
For the purposes of the record, just want to clarify, and I appreciate the fact that the Commissioner alluded to the inclusion of our recently passed fire dampers legislation that gets incorporated in here. But secondly, just want to, for the record, it amends and clarifies that the old code is done, and this is the entire new code. Is there anything different that the Commissioner or the Deputy Commissioner of Fire want to highlight is different that this panel should be aware of?
I think one of the things that we want to point out, and I think this is significant, the new fire code will require a fire watch during combustible construction. So as the city continues to grow, we see more projects that are made out of wood frame construction. This new fire code will require a fire watch during times in which the building site is not active.
Any questions from this panel? I want to, for the record, just recognize that Councilman Squilla has joined. Councilman Dahl.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Let me just make sure I understand what you're talking about, Commissioner. If you're talking about explain this again, the fire watch requirement on construction.
All right, a fire watch is basically providing after-hours security to a construction site. So if you imagine if you had a 4-story wood frame building, during its construction, it may not have its sprinkler system operating. So if a fire were to occur before the building is completed, it's not going to be protected. So we need somebody to be on site to look for incipient fire, to make sure that there's no vandalism or arson that may take place while there's not workers on site. And this will help protect firefighters in the event that something were to occur at that site. We'd have early warning and be able to handle this type of situation in its incipient phase, as opposed to a fire that would get out of control.
Will this apply to all new construction, including row homes that are being built, or just wood frame properties, or which properties would it apply to?
It would apply to multi-floor, multiple family construction.
Multifamily?
Right.
Above a certain level?
Above a certain level.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Any other questions from this panel? Is anyone else here to testify on Bill 181006? Seeing none, will the clerk read the title of Bill number 190455?
Bill number 190455, an ordinance amending Title IV of the Philadelphia Code entitled the Philadelphia Building Construction and Occupancy Code by adopting the 2018 edition of the International Plumbing Code as published by the International Code Council as the Philadelphia Plumbing Code with additions, deletions, and other amendments thereto, all under certain terms and conditions.
Thank you. Before we start, let me just personally recognize the mayor and his administration under the leadership of our Commissioner Perry for in 2007 reestablishing the Plumbing Advisory Board. As a result of that process over the last 18 months, there's been a lot of thoughtful work that has been conducted by the industry, the builders, architects, and the plumbers union. I think we, in this process, created a process, one that should be followed as we talk about any evolution, inclusion, and adoption of future code modifications as significant as the one that we're doing today. So I personally want to thank everyone. Want to recognize former Commissioner Michael Fink for joining us this afternoon for such an important process. Commissioner Perry, for your entire team, to the Plumbers Union, John Kane and Walt, and everyone who's been involved, obviously Jim and the BIA. I know a lot of this work has to do with a lot of technical issues that some of us don't always understand the nuances. I'd like to say that the people around the table not only cared about the nuances, but were very respectful to each other in ensuring that Philadelphia adopted a modern code that was safe, predictable for the builders as well as the workers. So I want to congratulate all of you for this hard work and thank the administration for helping us get to this very important point. It closes out my trauma of my first L&I hearing. I bother Walt about this. My first L&I hearing with 400 plumbers screaming at me. And it just shows that there is an evolution to this process, and as long as people can talk and respect each other and their perspectives, we can accomplish a lot for the city of Philadelphia. And I think today the winners are the city of Philadelphia. So thank you, gentlemen, both of you. And with that, I don't know if we'll start with the commissioner and then obviously with Walt.
Good afternoon, Chairperson Maria Canones-Sanchez and members of the Licenses and Inspections Committee. My name is David Perry, and I am the Commissioner of the Department of Licenses and Inspections. Today, I'm here to provide testimony on Bill number 190455, which, if enacted, will adopt the 2018 edition of the International Plumbing Code as published by the International Code Council as the Philadelphia Plumbing Code, with additions, deletions, and other local amendments. I'm here with Walt Krzyzanowski, Chairperson of the Plumbing Advisory Board, was able to provide feedback on the technical aspects of the plumbing code. As the city's enforcement agency, the Department of Licenses and Inspections is dedicated to ensuring the consistent safety of its citizens through the efficient implementation and enforcement of the city's building, maintenance, and safety codes. Adopting modern codes is critical to ensure that structures within the city are constructed and maintained to the highest standards. On August 17, 2017, Mayor James F. Kenney signed an executive order for the reestablishment of the Plumbing Advisory Board to propose substantial updates to the city's plumbing code. The Philadelphia Plumbing Code has not undergone major changes since 1995. Through the executive order, the mayor has enabled the city to modernize its plumbing code, which allows for the use of new materials, products, and methods of construction. It also provides for standardization in construction by providing requirements that are consistent with nationally recognized standards. Plumbing Advisory Board is composed of 7 members appointed by the mayor, 4 registered master plumbers, 1 Pennsylvania licensed or registered design professional experienced in the design of plumbing systems, 1 development community representative, and 1 sustainability community representative. Additionally, the board consists of 3 non-voting members that include 1 member from the Department of Licenses and Inspections, 1 member from the Streets Department, and 1 member from the Water Department, each appointed by their respective commissioners. After careful consideration and tireless efforts, the Plumbing Advisory Board was able to come to a consensus, and the board's recommendations were submitted to me and the Board of Building Standards. The recommendations include the adoption of an updated Philadelphia Plumbing Code based upon the model plumbing code developed by the International Code Council, which is consistent with the Pennsylvania Uniform Construction Code Act 45 of 1999. The recommendations also include amendments which would increase sustainability, decrease the use of lead and other antiquated materials, and take into consideration existing local conditions. The department is supportive of the technical suggestions made by the Plumbing Advisory Board, and we believe that these changes are necessary to promote positive growth in the city of Philadelphia. The proposed changes provide transparency, consistency, and leverage modern technologies to promote economy, energy efficiency, and water conservation, while retaining some of the current provisions of the Philadelphia Code that are essential in addressing our existing infrastructure. Since the introduction of the bill, we have proposed a variety of amendments that make changes to rectify minor oversights and further clarify the bill. We understand that Councilperson Quinones Sanchez has also included in the amendments language to codify the composition of the Plumbing Advisory Board in the bill, following what has been established by the mayor in an executive order. The administration supports permanency for the Plumbing Advisory Board. However, we believe that this would require a change to the Philadelphia Home Rule Charter. Lastly, I want to highlight the department recently proposed an amendment to the bill that would propose an effective date of October 1, 2019. Our goal is to use this time to create a complete, fully compiled, and easy readable code document. When we are able to publish hard copies of the code, we will include the mayor's executive order as a preface to the code. Development and adoption of this code has been a major undertaking. It requires coordination between the Plumbing Advisory Board, several city departments, City Council, Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry. On behalf of the department, I would like to sincerely thank everyone who was involved in the development of this code. Many of the individuals that were involved in this development effort have spent countless hours, including their personal time, to ensure the success of this code update. I'd like to specifically thank Councilperson Quinones Sanchez and Chair of the Plumbing Advisory Board, Walt Krasinowski, for their tremendous efforts. Without your fortitude, determination, and perseverance, this essential piece of legislation would never have come to fruition. Thank you for the opportunity to provide the department's testimony. Walt Krasinowski and I are happy to answer questions at this time.
Thank you. Questions from the panel specifically as it relates to the code adoption? Technical questions? Councilman Squilla?
Just one quick question. I know you said you believe that it needs a home rule charter change for it to be permanent?
We think that a charter change would further ensure the longevity and the permanency of a plumbing advisory board.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, and that's because we want to ensure that every mayor moving forward has the opportunity to have one, and that the composition, the integrity of the composition be maintained and sustained. We're committed to that. Thank you. Any other questions to the panel? The next witnesses, please. We have John Kane, Mike McGraw, Mike Ingram, and James Mariinsky. And then following that, I have a Chris Stigler and a Shawn Strauss.
Does it turn on?
They're on.
Maybe yours works.
You want to go first?
I'm brief, yeah. Good morning, or good afternoon, Madam Chair, and council members. My name's John Kane. I'm the business manager of Plumbers Local 690. I'd like to have some brief comments here over what is established over the last, I want to say 10, 12 years since the last time we were here. We were always in agreement that the code definitely needed to be modernized. And I just wanted to go out and just let you know, thank you for allowing us to do this. The plumbing industry has been getting beat up over a long, long time over this. We finally came to an agreement with the BIA and other people on the board. It was an extremely, I just want to basically just say it was pretty entertaining at times, but that much I can say is that we did come to an agreement. We can live with this. The plumbers that I represent, which is roughly 1,850 members, and I want to move forward with this, and I appreciate you for allowing us to do this. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Chairwoman Sanchez and members of the council. Thank you for allowing me to testify here today on Council Bill 190455. My name is Michael McGraw. I'm the Executive Director of the PAPHCC, which is the Pennsylvania Association of Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractors. I'm also a member of the Philadelphia Plumbing Industry Committee. I represent plumbing contractors across the state of Pennsylvania, but today I'm here on behalf of my members in Bucks, Delaware, Montgomery, and Philadelphia counties who are licensed master plumbers and perform plumbing work in the city of Philadelphia. As you know, technology has changed the way we live, work, and play today. The plumbing industry is no different. Technology has changed the plumbing world and how we install waste and storm piping, water lines, fixtures, faucets. The City of Philadelphia is currently working under the Philadelphia Plumbing Code of 2004. It is time to update the Philadelphia Plumbing Code in conjunction with the 2018 ICC codes. Seeing how the City of Philadelphia is a unique city, and many of the existing plumbing systems will not operate efficiently under the 2018 International Plumbing Code as written, the codes need to be a combination of the two codes. Bringing back the Plumbing Advisory Board is a win-win for the City of Philadelphia, my members, and all the plumbing contractors doing business in this great city. I would like to commend all the members of the Plumbing Advisory Board for completing the task of rewriting the Philadelphia Plumbing Code given to them by the Philadelphia Department of License and Inspections. I know they worked tirelessly and disagreeing at times, but in the end, they rewrote this code as a group and with all parties' best interests at hand, and more importantly, the health and safety of the residents of Philadelphia. So today, I ask this council to approve Bill number 190455 as the Philadelphia Plumbing Code. Thank you for your time.
Any questions for this panel? John, I want to really personally thank you for all your help and guidance.
You're more than
all the
welcome,
time.
anytime.
Thank you. Mike Ingram and James Mariinsky.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is James Mariinsky. I am the president of the BIA, the Builders Industry Association of Philadelphia, which represents the region's residential home builders, residential contractors, and suppliers. I am here today to provide testimony in support of Bill number 190455, which will modernize our city's plumbing code. As you know, the City of Philadelphia adopted new building codes last year and one of the first cities on the East Coast to implement the 2018 International Building Code in an effort to modernize construction and adopt more high-tech, efficient, and sustainable building practices. A new plumbing code was integral to this part. As most City Council is aware, the BIA has been advocating for many years for the expanded use of plastic pipe in residential construction, as every other jurisdiction in the country allows. When Mayor Kane announced in June 2017 that he intended to reestablish the Plumbing Advisory Board and appoint both plumbing and development experts to that board, the BIA was pleased to have an opportunity to help modernize the Philadelphia Plumbing Code. BIA members have served on the PAB and worked collaboratively with the plumbing community, L&I, and PWD to painstakingly rewrite the new code provisions, going through the International Plumbing Code page by page with the goal of making construction safer, cleaner, easier, and more affordable. Their final product has since been approved by L&I and the PA Department of Labor and Industry and serves as the basis for Bill number 190455. This new plumbing code represents a tremendous amount of work, cooperation, compromise, and goodwill on all the parties involved. The final product is a testament to what can be accomplished when all stakeholders are at the table, and we consider it a significant achievement. The proposal adopts the 2018 International Plumbing Code, which provides transparency, consistency, and leverages modern technologies to promote economy, energy efficiency, and water conservation. The proposal also retains some of the current provisions of the Philadelphia Plumbing Code to specifically address our existing infrastructure and allow necessary protections that are unique to a densely populated city. This legislation is a landmark achievement and a huge positive step forward for the development industry and for the city. Mayor Kenny, Councilwoman Sanchez, and Commissioner Perry and his team all should be applauded for making this a reality after so many years. And I would like to second, although not my written testimony, I would like to second Councilwoman Sanchez's comments and personally thank Mike Fink, who without his help, I don't know if this would have come to fruition. I'd also like to state my appreciation for the Plumbers Union and for their collaboration and forward thinking, without which this legislation would not have been possible. It was a true teamwork approach between the building industry and the Plumbers Union, and the BIA is very proud of this. The Building Industry Association fully supports Bill number 190455, and we ask that the committee and all city council support it as well. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you for bringing the environmental element to this. I know that for you, that was very important. You build green roofs and, sustainability practices, so thank you for that perspective. I think that, and I know I speak for the rest of the folks, for you understanding the nuances made all the difference in the world about respecting the territories and what we were trying to get to, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Stigler. I'm testifying today on behalf of the Philadelphia chapter of the American Institute of Architects. The AIA is Philadelphia's voice of the architectural profession and represents more than 263 member architecture firms and 228 affiliated companies supplying products and services to the industry in this region. I would like to thank Councilwoman Sanchez for allowing me to testify in support of her legislation, Bill number 190455. This update to the Philadelphia Plumbing Code is an exciting new chapter in construction and development for our city. These revisions will allow expanded use of modern materials, which will reduce construction costs and development difficulties. The adoption of internationally recognized codes will also standardize the design and development process, thereby simplifying the practice for design professionals. Our city has slowly adopted most of the International Code Council's recommended codes for construction, and as we transition to these new code packages, our current plumbing code does not recognize the new technologies that are now an important part of these systems. With the adoption of Bill number 190455, we have the opportunity to join the most forward-looking cities and demonstrate that we are open for business to all, and not just those who had become experts on the minutiae of our archaic and esoteric building codes. The AIA supports these proposed revisions to the plumbing code and thanks all in the plumbing and development communities who worked together to bring this legislation to the forefront. The Kane administration and Councilwoman Sanchez should also be applauded for this progressive legislation, and we ask that the committee and all of the council support it as well. Thank you for your consideration.
Any questions of this panel? Seeing none, so do we have, I had a Mike Ingram, are they here?
Mike Ingram was unexpectedly delayed.
Okay. Hopefully he'll bring written testimony in case we finish. And then I have Shawn Strauss.
Thank you, Councilperson Sanchez. Good afternoon, members of the License and Inspection Committee. My name is Shawn Strauss. I work for the International Code Council as the Governmental Affairs Representative for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I would like to provide testimony today in support of Bill 190455, which is adopting the new Philadelphia Plumbing Code. With this adoption, the bill will correlate all the Philadelphia building, construction, and occupancy codes by having subcodes such as the Philadelphia Building Code, Existing Building Code, Energy Conservation Code, the Fire Code, which was just heard, and the Mechanical Code that are in consistent code format. This bill incorporates many provisions of the existing Philadelphia Plumbing Code that are of significant importance to the city of Philadelphia. Some of those items are maintaining defined terms that have been used under the existing plumbing code that are also part of other regulations and ordinances here in the city of Philadelphia, thus further providing correlation with the existing ordinances and regulation. Some of these terms are water distribution, water service, and water supply systems, and again, these are just some examples. Additional portions of the existing Philadelphia Plumbing Code, including the Philadelphia Single Stack Waste and Vent System, which has been used extensively throughout the city of Philadelphia and has been in the Philadelphia Plumbing Code since its inception, dating back to 1885. This bill also incorporates provisions of the existing Philadelphia Plumbing Code that integrates requirements that address the combined sanitary and storm sewer systems that are found in portions of the city of Philadelphia and look to the future by establishing new plumbing system requirements that will allow for more economical separation of the storm and sanitary systems for not only the city of Philadelphia but also for the building owners. There are several new provisions that are found in this bill as proposed under the adoption of the new Philadelphia Plumbing Code, and they include, again, as pointed out previously, the standardized formatting of the code requirements that is recognized by the American Institute of Architects. One additional point is expanded material usage that incorporates additional materials that can be used while limiting certain materials to specific building classifications and building height limitations. Plumbing fixture requirements that will align with specific building uses and provide the necessary number of required plumbing fixtures while not taking away key areas of square footage for specific building usage. Again, along the sustainability points, water efficiency, non-potable water reuse, and green roof drainage systems are all part of the sustainable practices that are included in the new Philadelphia Plumbing Code. Private water, sewer, and storm infrastructure is also addressed, which provides these types of systems clear requirements now under the Philadelphia Plumbing Code. Again, I would like to thank council members, the Department of License and Inspection staff, and all of the Plumbing Advisory Board members for their countless hours that have been spent going over and creating the amendments that will create the new Philadelphia Plumbing Code based upon the 2000 IPC. But again, this is the Philadelphia Plumbing Code. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any questions for this panel? Seeing none, thank you. There is an official letter by the Pennsylvania Association of Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Contractors signed by Mike McGraw. Is there anyone here else to testify on Bill 190455? Seeing none, this will conclude the hearing. For the record, Bill number 190133 was held to the call of the chair, and Bill number 190455 was also held to the call of the chair. The committee will now go into its public meeting. All right, we will now go into our public meeting. Okay, we'll go into our public meeting. Again, for the record, Bill number 190133, 190459 are being held to the call of the chair. With that, the chair recognizes Councilman Heenan for a motion on the amendments to Bill 190133, 190455. Second page. Both of them at the same time. They're in here.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that amendments to Bill number 190455 and 190133.
No. What is this? 807.
No, they're being held. Just stay with this. Yeah?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, or Madam Chairwoman. I move that the amendments to Bill number 181006 and 190555 be adopted.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Seeing none, the bill has been properly amended. The chair recognizes Councilman Heaney for a motion on the amended bills 181006 and 190455.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I move that Bill number 181006 as amended and 190455 as amended be reported from this committee with a favorable recommendation, and further move that the rules of council be suspended to permit the first reading of this bill at our next session of council.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposition? Seeing none, it has been moved and properly seconded that bills number 181006 as amended and bill 190455 as amended be reported from this committee with a favorable recommendation, and further move that the rules of council be suspended to permit first reading of this bill at our next council session. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposition? This concludes the Committee on Licenses and Inspection meeting. Thank you all very much.